So in today's video, we're going to show you how far we've gotten since the last time we showed you how far we've gotten on the Roadmaster. Stay tuned. So we're out here again on the farm. We got I think those are guineas, right? Guinea hens? Like feeding over here, hanging out. Something. I don't know. Anyway, my beautiful wife came along with me to help out this afternoon. We've had a lot of stuff going on. Been trying to get this thing slammed together pretty hard. It's been a crazy week. Um, and ended up having to buy parts. I got new parts coming in. I got all kinds of stuff going on. We'll show you what we got going on. But here for right now, this is what we got going on. Now disregard, I still haven't done the valve covers. We're going to do that before we start it up. But it's home. All except that there's still a jack underneath there. But technically, it's in its home. I think, right? Don't you think that that's in its home? Okay, so she agrees, I think. Okay, so today we're just kind of putting the motor in. We're going to get the transmission cross member in. That's going to be a chore because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Let's go look at that thing. It is literally laying in back here of the not so cat eye wonton. That's a different conversation. Yeah, we're going to put that in. And if you see the little goofy shape there, like this side goes in, I think it's this side. No, that side. That side goes in way above in front of the frickin' driver door, right? And then this side comes back and it's almost behind or beside or towards the back of the passenger door. So, not straight. But, well, it makes it a little difficult, but it'll go in there. So, we are going to get that in and then do a test fit of the headers possibly. Today, we're really just trying to get the engine in because then that leaves just a bunch of messing around stuff to do. I got to get some of the wiring, I think, over for, getting the transmission hooked up, the wiring there. I think it's this harness. This harness here needs to go towards the back of the thing. That I know it goes somewhere. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. We are going to be getting this in there. More done. Oh, I forgot some tape. I forgot a bunch of tape. There's tape here and there's tape down there. And do you think those spark plugs be okay like that?
Yeah.
Maybe. We're probably not reusing those. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's where we're at. Everything's looking fairly decent. I got nice big scratches in my firewall now, So we'll have to do some touch up on that and figure out a better way to put this dang thing in next time. Because we started out with that on it, and we ended with just one chain. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to get back to it, and we will show, the little stuff, because this will probably be the piddle around portion. We'll, test fit headers and things like that, trying to, oh, crap. No, I just remembered. You have to put this goes between one of the things for the headers. Well, stay tuned for that craziness. Yeah, anyway. After some kicking and screaming and crying, and my wife was pretty upset too. There was maybe about 2 swear words. I said the bad words. It was the S words twice. Um, we finally got the transmission cross member in, and we are happy that the thing is back in its home. So we didn't bolt it down in the front yet. We might do that before we go get the engine mounts mounted. But yeah, we are going to be now trying to hook up wires underneath there because I forgot. Um, I forgot to put the transmission wires in before we got it in its place. So now we're gonna have to do that while it's in the car. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I swear it's gonna be okay. I swear it's gonna be okay. We are out here again. It's Tuesday this time. I think we last filmed on Sunday. Anyway, we're out here fitting headers, making sure that they fit or we cut enough out of that um, piece that we needed to cut. I don't even know what it's called. It's some kind of support piece. I don't know. Something's going to have to get welded back in there, but we wanted to make sure that we had enough out of there so that we could get the headers in, and then we were going to start then bolting or wiring everything up. So far we've got the driver's side in. We're going to just show you that, and I actually kind of like it. This needs a little bit more cleaning and polishing here, but the intake even looks pretty darn good, to tell you that. I mean, it's old, so I mean, I suppose the only way to get it totally clean is to have it baked out. But for a quick job, I think we did okay. So let's look at this one. Fits in there real nice and snug, and I've even been looking to see about because my spark plugs on this one come from up here in the front, right, with the OptiSpark. So they're gonna have to run this way. So I think the only one I'm gonna really have trouble with is this back one, and it might not even be that big of a trouble. Um, I'm already seeing that maybe I can run it through, maybe possibly in through the mount here and down, and in through the mount here and down and around up over to where it's supposed to go. Because this is an LT1, it already came with those little metal caps. We are going to uh, put some of that um, heat shielding stuff on. I don't even know if I've got a show. Oh, hold. Yeah, I can show you. It was this stuff here around each one of the spark plugs that goes in there. The other side's going to be the same. It's going to wrap around here, but on this side we have the whole accessory assembly where there's supposed to be an air conditioner down here, and uh, alternator is going to be here, and then idler pulleys. Water pump will be there, but it doesn't have a pulley on it. But the wires actually sneak through here, so I'm going to try and get headers and wires on right before I put that accessory bracket on, because that could be a pain if it could take a long time. That's all I'm trying to say. But we're going to get to putting this one on, and hopefully this one goes on as smooth as the other one. Literally all I did was get underneath there and lift it up, and my wife Roxy was able to put a bolt in here and put a bolt in back there, and there it sits. And let me see if I can see. We got clearance. I think maybe. See, this is why I did this. I don't think I have enough clearance there. I think it needs to be done more. Yeah, I don't think there's enough clearance there. I'm going to have to cut this back here. So we'll take another, I don't know, I might come all the way back then, just to this point, as close as I can to this arm, and then see if we can mount something else up there in between the cross member and the control arm mounting bracket, just to add a little more stability back in there. Yeah, so we're going to throw this other one in and see what happens. And now we know we got a cut on that side, and it won't be too bad. All right.
Again, see what happens.
Oh yeah, I like it when they drag on the ground like that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't quite fit. I've marked the spot. I didn't see this the first time when we did this. So we're going to have to bash this header in here because there's some stuff that falls right there that I'm not going to be able to really cut out too much of. So we're just going to kind of oval it out here a little bit. Try not to crack the pipe. Pretty much what's going on. I just said crack pipe. Anyway, this is every hot rodder's favorite thing to do, I bet. I've never done this before, so. Just did it, right? All right. I'm going to try this one more time, see if we can get it to fit. And if not, then next I think instead of doing any more here, because I don't want to damage this too much, you know. Not that it's going to affect the flow of the thing. You find things on YouTube or on Motor Trend where it tells you that misshaping this is okay because it's still technically the same volume. You're not changing anything. So it doesn't affect how the flow goes here. But yeah, we're gonna test fit it, and then I might grind on the car to make it fit, and then I'll get the grinder out and do both sides. We'll pull this other header out as well. But if we can get it kind of fit, we'll start from there, you know? All right, here we go. Bend over. Make sure the boobies aren't popping out. Okay, here we go. There's a finger's worth of clearance pretty much on both of them. There's a quarter inch or so. I might just leave it. So, well, that'll go in there. Just maybe one piece at a time. And I know this looks ridiculous, but I'm getting rid of the original. Where'd it go? I had it up here. This sensor here, which is just the gauge sensor. The other sensor for the computer is on the water pump. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. And I know that looks ridiculous, but that's how big the probe is to that old analog. I bought those analog gauges for this car before we went to Tucson. And that probe is so freaking long that this is going to leave just about that much sticking out of there. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap this in like fiberglass or something, and the cord in this. Well, this needs to be redone here too, but this material here is the same thing as that stuff we put on the spark plug in New Mexico when we went to Tucson. Just comes some kind of heat blocker. But I'll do that on here. I can't believe that this literally spins around, and it didn't touch the header, but it was so close. I don't think you could have slid a piece of paper between. So it completely perfect. I can't believe that worked out that way. And now they just got to be taken back out. There we go. We'll put some high temp pipe tape on here, and this piece will be ready to go in after or whenever we get going here. Sweet, perfect. I only got to cut one side. Happy about that. So there it is. And truthfully, I kind of like it. Mm-hmm. I mean, this chain won't be hanging there. Although that's kind of a neat look, isn't it? Like let's just roll some chain on the front of the engine. That way everybody knows we're bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't know. Looks like that brake line is going to take some bending and probably gonna have to be wrapped in something to keep the heat off of it. Or maybe I wrap this pipe. But yeah, either way, the brake line needs to come up here. Then I'll wrap this pipe along this area to keep the heat out of the brakes and this gas line. Or well, it's the vapor tube that goes up to the freaking charcoal box that sits up in this area. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. So for now, I think we're going to pull. Well, actually, we don't really need to even pull this one back out, do we? So we're going to put a gasket in it. Oh, no, we do have to pull it out because I got to wrap that one pipe. So I'll wrap this pipe like tonight or tomorrow. And don't tell my son, but I'm going to steal some that he has, some of that fiberglass wrap. So that's what I'm going to do. But we're going to take and get these out of here today. And I do have a cut wheel along, so I can cut that little area off there that needs to be cut it back. But yeah, that's the way she's looking right now. I kind of like it. We will probably be back out here tomorrow. That's the plan. I would like these to be going on permanently tomorrow. There's one more thing I want to check tonight. Just clearance for the back of the headers. We're actually going to put catalytic converters back on it. And everybody can say whatever they want about it, but technically when we get out there, I don't, there's going to be enough people that are going to be doing whatever and burnouts and cars that don't have proper exhausts, and there's going to be enough for the cops to do, and I don't want them coming after me right now on this trip. So let's save some money for a later date when we actually have a car that's worth a crap, or this car is at that point worth something, and then we'll maybe get a little crazy with the exhaust and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow.